Some cultural influence on teaching and learning are how we have grown up in our childhood and the different experiences we have had throughout our childhood as well. And that's how kids impact the way they learn, and then that is also how impacts the way we teach. Cultural competence is being able to switch the way you are communicating or teaching to a different variety of people based on changing personalities and changing the circumstances. The role of this in teaching specifically is being able to alter the curriculum when something isn't going right. But specifically with English language learners, you have to make them comfortable and they are in a new environment. So making a welcoming learning environment and being able to you go the extra mile as well as being able to incorporate things that will help them, such as Google Translate with technology or visual aids or scaffolds, and modifying assessments and assignments for them. English language learners' cultural values and beliefs can be integrated appropriately into the context by focusing on text that they can recognize, by focusing on topics they can recognize, and connecting them back to our content areas such as math or history, and giving them stuff that's geared toward their learning, as well as subtitles, being able to use visual aids and stuff they can recognize in videos and everything like that, being able to put that in front of them and show them that there's a lot of more connections from English to their home language. The role of culture in students' learning is everything. It's from the way they take in information, their thought process, the way they listen, the vocal points of different things, whether it's a focus in their culture to listen more to the adults, or there's a focus on their culture to be argumentative and speak up for what they believe in. The biggest thing I see to create a great classroom and school learning environment that to influence language acquisition is by using the resources around you, talking to your students, talking to other faculty, talking to your content area, and seeing how they have incorporated the vocabulary and language into their content areas. But I think another big thing is that students want to talk like they're kids at the end of the day. So letting them talk to one another and learning from each other. And I think, like I said, that to create that inclusive environment, you have students talk to one another constantly, and it becomes a norm where they are talking all the time. But not only that, but when something does happen wrong or there is a mistake, you don't hurt them or hold them. You hold them accountable, but you do it with grace. You're not like very like rigid about it. When students get something wrong, you point them in the right direction. Some strategies for supporting and celebrating culturally diverse students within instruction would be connecting it and making and giving the opportunity for students to present about their culture, and maybe bringing in a extra credit assignment where students bring in food and we do a potluck or a snack luck or desserts or some sort of kind, and being able to, you're a teacher, you can make it work, being able to collaborate and move those into two. Leveraging your home language and cultural assets would be doing some research on your own, being able to collaborate with students, showing them how the cultures have similarities and differences and nuances, and then leveraging their home language to show them with visuals that both of the language are not that different and there are some transferable words, such as I know a big one is greetings, and showing them that. Strategies for responsiveness to the different strengths, needs, and identities of all English language learners, including special needs, are asking students to do an assessment, pre-assessment, and doing surveys, doing exit tickets, doing a group work. Like I said, focusing on the different strengths and focusing on the different concepts, seeing who's going to be a good at what and who needs extra needs at what, and giving them the opportunity to earn some points back while if they can comprehend what they did wrong so they can be prepared for the formative assessment down the line. Opportunity and approaches to meet the social and emotional needs of English language learners is breaking that barrier and creating an inclusive, welcoming environment. This could be with jokes. This one can be with high lows, lows. This one can be with storytelling, anything. And then on the emotional side of things, being able to be honest with kids, and show them that they're not alone, they're not on an island, but that you can help them with things they're struggling with, even socially, that there is things that life is a roller coaster and it's not just about the content, that you actually care for the kid and opening up to them is what matters. The importance of understanding social, emotional, and cultural needs of students when establishing classroom routines and procedures is realizing when you need to take a step back as a teacher, when students need a break, when you need to change the content, understanding how students will react to difficult days and easy days, and really focusing on the the study the study guide days, because that's very important and vital for the formative assessment. Also, how to redirect students, because different students react to things differently when you're giving them feedback. Family and community practices influence language learning by the way English language learners communicate with all parties, from friends to families, how they view people, and what qualities they see as a priority in people they're talking to. Strategies to foster strong family, community, and school partnerships are grouping students up that speak the same home language, allowing student/family choices, and providing resources to learn about the education system used in America. Have open communication with them, with their contact information being up to date if we need to contact them. Effective family engagement practices that support and highlight the assets of home languages, having students and families talk about what works for them and what doesn't, providing opportunities for students to celebrate their culture and home language, also giving students and families the resources to have a direct line of communication for someone they can reach out to that speak their home language will be vitally important as well. An inclusive community engagement practice would be creating a club or program where students can come together and advocate for one another as you oversee this program, and helping on things they want to see change, or fun ideas they want to see at an assembly, or celebrating their culture with a dance or a video or something of that nature.